Hey everyone, welcome to Coffee and Crafting. My name is Lori. If you are new here, welcome or welcome back. In today's video, I'm sharing my first thrifted china cabinet makeover using chalk paint and one of my favorite IOD transfers. So if you like DIY home projects, thrift makeovers, and easy to make home decor all on a budget, I hope you will consider to subscribe to my channel and join my DIY family. So grab a coffee or your favorite drink and let's start. Hey everyone, I bought this china cabinet from Facebook Marketplace for $50. Now it was really dirty, but I gave the cabinet a really good cleaning with some Dawn soap and water. I used some Goo Gone to see if it would remove some of the grummy areas. It did take some off, but I really had to scrub it at the end. And you can still see that little strip of grime or whatever it is, I'm not sure. This is the water after the first wash. I washed the cabinet 3 times and I used clean water every time I gave it another wash. I used a piece of 80 grit sandpaper and sanded the cabinet really well. There was a shine on the top, so I really wanted the top to get scruffed up. This will help when I'm painting with the chalk paint. After I removed the doors in the drawer, I taped the areas on the cabinet that I didn't want to get paint on. I painted the cabinet with the Chevron cream chalk paint from Rust-Oleum. I poured some into a container and I did add just a little water because it was too thick. I started to roll the paint on the top of the cabinet, but I didn't like the look of it. It was giving a bubbly look. So I switched over to the Rust-Oleum chalk paint brush, which was so much better. I gave the cabinet 1 coat of paint and I let it dry before I did my second coat. I just brushed the chalk paint on. I didn't go in one direction. I just, crisscross. The second coat will be a little thicker. That will fill in like the areas that you kind of still see the cabinet, the original color. So the second coat will really bring it together. This is the cabinet after the first coat of paint. Now, I did leave this to dry for a few hours because I wanted it to fully be dried before applying the second coat. While the cabinet was drying, I washed the hutch really good as well. There was a lot of grime on the top and stains. After it was washed, I painted the hutch with the first coat of chalk paint and let that dry. I didn't film that part. When both pieces were dried, I placed the hutch on top of the cabinet, and then I painted the second coat of the chalk paint. And that filled in any of those spots that you can still see from the original color. And I let the second coat dry overnight. In the morning, I checked over the hutch and the cabinet, and there was a few areas that required a third coat of paint. So I just painted those areas, and everything else looked really, really good. After the third coat was dried, I started to distress the cabinet. Now, I tried a couple of different techniques and kind of just went back and forth. I used a wet wipe first, wiping the edges and the corners and anywhere I wanted the original wood color to come through. I switched over to a sanding block and lightly sanded the edges and corners as well. I did switch back and forth with the sanding block and a wet wipe until I got the look I wanted. I wanted the cabinet to have a lot of character with the distress worn look. If you are making over a piece of furniture and want less or more, as you're distressing, you will know how you want it to look, if you want more or less. I didn't want to make a huge deal when I was distressing the cabinet because I can always go back and apply some more chalk paint to that area if I didn't like it and just move on. We all have our preferences on how we want a distress-worn piece looks like. There really is no wrong or right way to do this. Or is there? I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments. If I put a lot of thought into what I was doing at the time, I really truly believe this piece would have turned out terrible. So I went with what my heart was telling me when to stop or continue. I like a lot of distressing, and that's just my preference. You let me know at the end if you think I should have did less or more. And this is how the cabinet looked after I was all done. I had to go back and just put a little bit of paint in a few spots, but I think it turned out really, really good. When I was done distressing, I wiped the cabinet and the hutch down well. There was a lot of dust. So I wanted to make sure it was really cleaned, dust-free, before I wax. I want to say thank you to Redefine for collaborating with me on this video today. Redefine is a family-run business. They are based out of Nova Scotia, Canada, and I'll leave their link in the description so you can take a look at what they offer. All their information is on the website. They offer a variety of services from workshops and classes, and they have a huge variety of product lines from DIY paint, hardware to IOD transfers. Also, check out their gallery to get some beautiful inspiration for your projects. And if you use my code LORI10, you will receive a 10% discount on your first order. So thank you again to Redefine for working with me on this video. I am using the IOD transfer pad. I will be transferring 2 sheets on the 2 doors and the middle part of the cabinet. Now, I love these ones that I picked. They are one of my favorites. It was an excellent choice for the doors. Before adding the transfers, I made sure the door was completely cleaned, and I brushed a coat of the DIY liquid patina on the doors first. And this helps when transferring the transfers. I placed the transfer on the door and I taped it down so it wouldn't move. I used the transfer stick that comes with your transfers and I rubbed it over the transfer. These transfers are really good to work with, and as you remove the sheet, the top sheet, if there is still some of the transfer on it, you just simply put it back on and continue to rub until it bonds with the surface. It's very easy to do, and I really enjoy using transfers on my projects.
Baby, it takes just one kiss. Many years have gone by. Many tears have dried out. I know that I will be with you as long as you still want me to. All the things we've been through, everything that's been you, there isn't anything else that I wish I had done to be true. Yeah, that's the thing about you. The best thing I did, and I want you to know, was letting you in. From that moment I knew that you were all I missed. Baby, it took just one kiss. 'Cause here in your arms I can finally let go. The rest
I sealed the cabinet and hutch using the chalk paint wax clear from Annie's Salon. I brushed on the wax with a good brush, and I used a dust-free cloth and rubbed it over the wax to blend it in, and that also helps to remove any excess wax. You don't want it too thick, but you want enough that it's going to seal it. I really like the Annie Salon wax. I've used it before. I've had no issues with it. It left the cabinet with a soft touch, and it also highlights the distressing areas and brings it out more. There are different products that you can use to seal your projects. I'm not going to recommend any, and that's only because I'm not a professional and I usually use the products that I'm familiar with and like using. I know there are a lot of really good products out there, but I'm in my comfort zone. I know what I have. I know what to do with it, or at least I think I do. So I'm just in my comfort zone right now, but I am expanding. I used liquid patina for the first time on this project. I will probably continue to use that product. I found it so easy to use, and it wasn't thick, it wasn't runny. I normally use Mod Podge, so I am trying some new products. And as I try new products, I will share them with you as well.
Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. Forever, forever. I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling, I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. Forever, forever. I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here?
After I was done waxing the cabinet, I added the hardware. I did add 2 new knobs to the doors. I didn't like the original ones, and I used the original 2 handles that were on the drawer. I was so nervous when I started painting the china cabinet. I was just really nervous to make mistakes and it would turn out terrible, and my husband would be like, "What did you do?" And we would have to sand it really down to do over. And, I was so happy with the outcome of this china cabinet. It's my first time doing this type of home project. I took my time. It took me about 3 days to do it. I wanted to make sure I did everything at a slow pace. I didn't want it to turn out terrible. And I'm really proud of myself, and I've said that to my friends and family. I'm really proud of this piece. By doing this, it gave me more confidence in myself that I can tackle different home projects. Even if I don't know what I'm doing, if I don't try to learn something new, then I'll always be doing the same thing. So I kept it simple and easy to do for me. Hopefully this will help someone who hasn't done this type of project before and is nervous to accomplish something different. Let me know in the comments what you think of the china cabinet. Do you have any advice to share on techniques or painting? And also watch to the end of the video to see how I styled this beautiful piece of furniture. This is a beautiful addition piece that is now sitting in the corner of my living room. So I can't put any dishes on it. Well, maybe I can, but I don't want to because it is part of my living room, not dining room. So let me know if you have any ideas on how I can also style this beautiful furniture. I hope I inspired you today to step out of your comfort zone and create or make over a piece of furniture that may be hanging around your home collecting dust. Don't be afraid to refresh the once beautiful piece into a gorgeous one that you will love again. I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for joining me today, and I hope I'll see you in my next video. So until then, have a beautiful day and bye for now.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We live it like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our way. We come alive in the nighttime. It's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. What's your weakness? What's your type? Somehow I want